So, what is going on, guys? I am BlackOpsAmazing. Welcome back to another zombies video on the channel, where today we are going to be talking about DLC 1. Over the past week, there was a ton of information that leaked out, as I'm sure you guys know, by a fired Treyarch employee. He gave us a ton of information about Easter eggs that are in Black Ops 4 Zombies that we didn't know about, and this information turned out to be true. He told us the steps and how to complete these Easter eggs. We went in game and did them, and it turns out this guy was actually telling the truth. Now, besides from leaking unfound Easter eggs, he also told information about DLC 1. He gave us a little description about what this map's going to include, where it's going to be, and other things like that. Now, I did see this a week ago. I knew about it then. However, I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't really see anyone else in the community making videos on this. I didn't really want to be the only one to upload it if nobody knew about it. I didn't really want to spoil it. But since I'm assuming now most people know about it, well, I want to give my opinion on what it's going to be. Also, this isn't just spoilers. There is actually official information in the game. For example, in Voyage of Despair, there is an Easter egg or quotes that reference DLC 1. So obviously, like I said, spoilers. If you don't want to know, then click off the video now. But if you do, hopefully you enjoy. Drop a like rating by the end. Make sure you are subscribed. But let's get into it. Here we go. So if you want to check this out for yourself, I will link it down in the description. But basically, we were given a tiny description of DLC 1 by this leaker. Like I said, he is very credible. Everything he's said, everything he's leaked has turned out to be true. So there's no reason why this wouldn't be either. But he said that DLC 1 follows 4 new characters at a mansion party where all of the other guests were turned into zombies. There are werewolves, Nosferatus, which are basically vampires, ghosts, secret chambers, and an upgradable wonder weapon based on the ray gun. So that is all that he said, but I think that's enough. So the setting for DLC 1 is going to be in a mansion, and as I said earlier, if you go to Voyage of Despair, the characters actually mention a mansion. Now, I can't remember the quote specifically, but if you listen out, they will mention it. So clearly they have some knowledge of this mansion that we are going to in DLC 1. And also, DLC 1 is going to be a prequel. It is before Voyage of Despair, and our characters, Scarlet, Diego, Bruno, and Shaw, clearly know about it. They must be linked to it in some way, or they've heard about it. I think that's a super cool setting. The only mansion we've really seen in zombies before was in Buried. Could there be a link there? There were speculations for the longest time as to who this mansion actually belonged to. Obviously, there was the ghost witch, the lady of the house in Buried, but we never knew who that mansion actually belonged to and why it was really there. Could Buried be linked into DLC 1? But then again, we know, as we've been told by Treyarch many times, the Ether story has no connection at all to the Chaos story. So I'm going to say probably not to that, although it would be a nice reference. But it's going to be set in a mansion, and as it also says, there are going to be not only zombies, but there are werewolves, vampires, ghosts, secret chambers, and an upgradable wonder weapon based off the ray gun. I mean, werewolves, vampires, ghosts, to me reminds me of Infinite Warfare zombies, but I think it would be really cool with all of the wacky things that Treyarch have done already. We've already had bloody aliens in the game, and now we've got all of these weird monsters in 9. I don't think werewolves and vampires right now are too outlandish, and it does say it takes place at a mansion party, so possibly are these werewolves, vampires, and ghosts maybe people that were at this party dressed up and they got turned into the undead, or in this case they got turned into what they were wearing, into their costumes. I think that'd be a cool idea. Obviously, with a mansion, you would expect secret chambers, and the most noticeable thing to me is we're going to have an upgradable wonder weapon based on the ray gun. The ray gun Mark 4 maybe? That's one we've yet to have. But this is interesting because it says we're going to have an upgradable wonder weapon. So could this be some kind of Mark 4 version? I don't know, but this all sounds really interesting. This is totally different from anything I would have expected. It says we are playing as 4 new characters in this mansion party. It doesn't say we're playing as our Chaos crew, so we're going to be playing this map with a whole new set of characters. It's kind of like Mob of the Dead, where we played as a different cast, or Call of the Dead, where we played as a different set of characters, or I was actually going to say Transit as well, but we were with that crew for quite a long time. So it seems like we're going to be with another new set of characters. As to who they will be, what their importance is going to be, I don't know, but it all sounds very interesting. So it seems like DLC 1 will take place before any of the maps so far. However, it does have some link to Scarlet and the crew. They do know about it somehow. It is a mansion party where all of the guests have turned into zombies, and it's going to include werewolves, vampires, ghosts, secret chambers, and a new version of the ray gun. So there we go. Let me know what you think about that one down in the comment section below. Also remember that in this leak, this QA tester said that Nuketown Zombies should be returning as a remake, and there was also leaks and rumours that we're going to be getting a DLC map before DLC 1, so sometime before Christmas. Obviously, that's just over a month away now. I don't know if that's going to come true, but let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, drop a like rating. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest videos on the channel, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye.